Hi! We are the group that representing a top 10 exotic foods in the Philippines. Let's start the intro! In the Philippines, there are a lot popular exotic foods like balot, roasted chicken head, and isaw. But there are some of the exotic foods that are not popular in the Philippines. So, what are those exotic foods that are not popular in the Philippines?
Camaro. Mostly, the main ingredients in Filipino exotic dishes are insect or bugs. One of it is the adobong camaro. It's probably one of the best culinary traditions in Pampanga. It is just like a normal adobo but the main ingredients is substituted by camaro and sometimes serves with tomatoes but can also be served deep fried. Camaro is a mole cricket from the family of Grillotalpidae in the order of Orthoptera. Size and appearance plays a part with mole crickets, but most of them are just the usual insect size, typically 3 to 5 centimeters long. These insects are muscular. You can justify this by holding one in the hand. These insects are inoffensive, but the constrained insect will try to dig its way out with the ample amount of pores. The abdomen is the softest of its body parts, but the head, forelimbs, prothorax are heavily sclerotized. Tamilok. Tamilok is a popular Filipino delicacy from Palawan, also known as woodworm, because it is found in decaying rotten logs or thick tree trunks submerged underwater in swamps like mangroves. The wood is then cracked open in order to extract the slimy creature from inside. Once you crack open the log, you can find the tamilok clams wiggling through the wood, making holes as they go along. There are two main ways that tamilok is served as food. One is raw, ceviche style, and the other is for it to be cooked and become a bit more palatable. The ceviche style is known as kinilaw, which is a Filipino way of serving raw fish. With similarities to poke, being a sea creatures, most eaters suggest that tamilok tastes very fishy with a slimy, creamy, milky texture. Also, being a clam, there are a lot of comparison drawn to eating oyster in the both texture and flavor. Salawaki. In Bohol, it is common to eat sea urchins fresh and raw. Sea urchins are known to be aphrodisiacs. They are usually served with vinegar, toyo, or calamansi. For the first timer, your reflexes might tell you to spit it out once it is in your mouth because it's gooey, slimy, and salty. Literally, it tastes like the sea and creamy. But just let it slide through your throat. After all, it's a life-changing experience to eat the thing that made us shiver when we were young. Chefs all around the globe use sea urchins to spice up traditional meals. In the Mediterranean, it complements spaghetti. Some restaurants offer them bread and butter. Though very popular in Bohol, this exotic food can also be seen in most beach islands in Visayas and Mindanao.
Adobong uok. Although beetle larvae may appear unappealing at first, uok cooked in adobo and eaten with rice and tomatoes is regarded as unusual delicacy. Balo Balo restaurant in Angono Rizal is one restaurant that serves this meal. Uok is a coconut rhinoceros beetle larva that can be discovered in the insides of dead coconut logs. This fat creepy worm can be eaten uncooked, much like the forest residents do. Despite its worm-like appearance, this scary creature is best cooked in adobo style, which is called adobong uok, and it is incredibly appealing and mouth-watering. In some part of the Philippines, this unusual meat is highly popular. Abuwas. Abuwas, commonly known as an ant egg caviar, is a delectable Ilocano delicacy that is studded on the coastal side. Abuwas, which resembles beans, is a typically eaten sauteed with garlic or as adobo, though some people eat it raw. These are frequently placed on leaves and sold out at public markets in Ilocos. Adobong salagubang. The adobong salagubang, also known as the June bug, is a popular snack in Nueva Ecija, Philippines. Where many of these beetles flourish, it may be served as an appetizer or as a pulutan when fried. It is sometimes made like adobo and served with rice. Salagubang may be found in several Nueva Ecija marketplace.
Bat stew. This is one of the unusual food in the world, but in the Philippines, especially from Mayantok, Tarlac, there are many kinds of cuisine like adobo, fried, but the most famous way is the bat stew. Soy sauce, garlic, onion, ginger, and chilies are suited with the cooked meat to season the bat. Bat hunting slowly becoming a job because of how easy to hunt bat than wild pig, and they can sell this with an average wage of 20 pesos to 300 pesos a day. Lechon buhaya. Lechon is one of the Philippines' national dishes. It is made all year long for special occasion, festival, and holidays. The name lechon comes from a Spanish word leche, which means milk and referred to a roasted suckling pig. But this different kind of lechon called lechon buhaya is well known in the Davao City. This dish became famous around Davao in October 2011 and created a festival out of it, and the event called the Croctoberfest.
Adobong palaka. We all know what is frog, right? It's like a slimy hairless cat with a green collar. Although adobong palaka is an unusual Ilocano Filipino dishes, It is neither exotic nor novel to someone who grew up on a farm. They prepare it in tinola, adobo, and crispy fried frog legs because it tastes like a chicken. Soup number 5. Aphrodisiacs are widely used throughout Asia, and they might come from the most unexpected places. Soup number 5 is a hard-working dish in the Philippines. It's comfort food, beer food, and an aphrodisiac all in one. The soup is cooked from the penis or testicles of a bull. Locals think that eating this soup and eating the flesh will give you the physical power and ability of a bull, or at the very least, a boost in libido or sex drive. That is all the top 10 exotic food in the Philippines. Thank you for watching.